알겠습니다.
이런 게 필요합니다.
And welcome back, everyone, to 2017 Blade&Soul World Championship. We're back for our quarterfinals, the second half of at least the first portion. I know that sounds confusing because we have so many games to play in this quarterfinal before it is done and over with. We got through Group A, and we even got through the losers match to decide that XD will be the first eliminated team from this tournament for day 4. But we're going to move right on to Group B now. With RMB Gaming from Russia and GC Busan Blue from the Korean side duking it off for the first match of Group B.
Yeah, and once again, these two teams are very similar to the previous teams where, you know, Pengan-D versus XD. They've only played 2 games because they were able to win the 2 games that, you know, came their way right off the bat. Back-to-back 2 wins, securing the spot for this quarterfinals. So yeah, these two teams are again undefeated, but not undefeated in terms of sets like XD was. But they are still undefeated so far. So let's see who will get the first loss in this Worlds.
I mean, the importance of the matter is that RMB Gaming have been very, very good. I mean, you see these guys, 3 people that have been very, very strong. I mean, you saw the other Russian team, Madness, try their efforts to get eliminated in the group stage. This team seems to be of a different beast. Autumn Ogota, probably one of the best summoners we still have in this tournament with Maxim Ivanov, very good on the Blade Master. And also Alexei Golubchenko. Golubchenko, my bad. It's not Golubchenko, it's Golubchenko. Is going to be on the Warlock, who has been performing very well as well.
Yep, and RMB Gaming's already had an experience with a Korean team, IDEPS, and they were able to defeat them to come up here very easily. But now they're going up against GC Busan Blue, which I would have said they would have had a very hard time. But I said they went up against an a Korean team before IDEPS, so they've already kind of got the taste of, you know, the skill difference, and they were still able to beat them. So let's hope that they have been practicing to get ready to go up against GC Busan Blue.
I would usually like to say that GC Busan Blue is so much stronger than IDEPS represents as a Korean team. I mean, they already made their spot without having to go to the wildcards like IDEPS had to do. GC Busan Blue literally knocked these guys out, IDEPS, to make themselves the 2nd seed in this qualification onto the World 2017. But it's all about GC Busan Blue, whether they can keep their succession rate up. Because on day 1 when they played, they didn't have the easiest of time getting their first win of the series. So it's about really... Finally, Yoon Jae-jung going back to the international meta, where so many people around World 2017 from different regions have been adapting to this summoner, and this is his main. He's not a Warlock main, and he really prides over his summoner play. And finally, somehow, GC Busan Blue gave him the go button to go with the summoner in the singles.
I hope he has been practicing and, you know, keeping up to the summoner, because he's been playing the Warlock for so long that maybe, you know, he might be rusty on the summoner.
We're gonna go into game 1 where they're seeing Yoon Jae-jung's original summoner from Korea will be able to beat out Russia's Maxim Ivanov on the Blade Master. Stay on. seen summoners from practically every region, at least from one of the teams from each region playing this class, but a KR summoner is the first in World 2017.
Yeah, let's see how Yoon Jae-jung's main summoner will do against Maxim's Blade Master.
Maxim Ivanov has been pretty solid on that Blade Master. Certainly a minority in Korea once again, but I've seen a lot of appearances, not just with Ivanov, but other players from different regions just blocking these particles.
Blocking everything. Taking it very slow. They don't want to make a mistake.
Ivanov.
Daze the back row chase, forcing that second win out of the Blade Master.
But he's gonna go in aggressively now onto Yoon Jae-jung. Has to really counter this damage. Not much going towards in the end, but
alright, 25 seconds until Yoon Jae-jung could kind of toy with Maxim, but Maxim is going aggressive, forcing Yoon Jae-jung's escape out into the aerial.
Okay, now he doesn't have an escape. The backstep is not available, so Ivanov's gonna go in extremely aggressively here. Finish up Yoon Jae-jung
without
giving him an opportunity. But second aerial is gonna come through. What will happen in the Dragon Tongue?
Oh no,
first
it's over.
Of it, and that is
the cat saves him!
Wow, and that was 5 stacks of Dragon Tongue connecting. Wasn't enough to finish Yoon Jae-jung, and it's Cat being the savior here. Whether he'll survive for the actual match, we're gonna have to find out. But that was still a very crucial strike coming from the Cat to save his owner. But it is gonna be another series of Dragon Tongue. Gonna finish him off, and Maxim Ivanov gets the first win for RMB Gaming over GC Busan Blue.
Yeah, Yoon Jae-jung going back on his main to get only a loss for his team.
Gonna go back to the Warlock now.
And this is best out of 4, so, you know, getting that 1 point, that first momentum, the first set is very crucial for your team.
It was really a very feel-good win for the Russian side, RMB Gaming, after they have found so much success in this World 2017. Now they are starting to make their way onto the very strong side of GC Busan Blue as they get their first point in the series.
Yeah, very well played. In the beginning, they were playing very passive, you know, playing mind games to see who makes the first move. But, you know, Maxim was able to take out that escape, even though he was cut off by the Cat when he, right here, the knockdown. The Cat, oh gosh. The Cat tried the best.
It did, and
tried his hardest, but
I think Cat tried harder than Yoon Jae-jung himself,
yeah,
on the summoner. So Yoon Jae-jung now realizing without enough practice, his summoner can never longer call it your main. You have to go back to the practiced Warlock that your team has forced you to do for this long time. So a little bit of fun pick over there for Yoon Jae-jung. Didn't work out. So
no excuses for getting the loss though in the best out of 4. So I'm pretty sure it was a serious pick. But now it's getting serious with Daeyoung Choi, Assassin, and we have the summoner on the other side now.
Really, Ogotsov has been one of the best summoners throughout Worlds 2017. From the many representations of that class from different regions, we've seen probably one of the best ones from Autumn Ogotsov. Gonna be up against Daeyoung Choi, who we know always have high expectation for this guy. And when he's on that Assassin, really shows top class plays, and day in and day out, and just expecting to do it again. Whether he can do it in game 2, we're gonna find out very, very soon.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a very close game because, you know, I want summoners to win as well since we just saw someone lose. But let's get ready to get into our second set. Let's get it on.
Here we go for game 2 between RMB Gaming and GC Busan Blue. Chen Ogosov on the summoner will be the next one up after he saw his opponent summoner lose out in game 1. He's going to be back, bring a win towards the summoner class.
Summoners, the Cat again. CC's Daeyoung Choi wants for that back row to be used.
Doesn't allow a tap escape though from Daeyoung Choi. It's going to require a lot more than that. A projectile going towards the wrong direction there.
Daeyoung Choi making a move.
Okay, Ogotsov on the stun.
Oh, finally use that escape.
Backstep has
but the
to
Cat!
use.
The Cat again! Nails that CC into the aerial.
So much damage coming in. But Ogotsov now taking the other damage without that escape available. Is in a very dangerous situation. Unless the Cat can save him. They have a hard time towards Daeyoung Choi.
Body swap! Bombard!
Might be enough damage to finish him off. Daeun Choi still can count on 12 more seconds before that back step is back up for Olgotsov.
So he's making his move now. He is stunned.
Another stun into the bombard. Will finish him off, and Olgotsov, we'll see, lose out for the second straight summoner loss in this series between RMB Gaming and GC Busan Blue. Now it's completely 1-1 even, heading on to game 3.
Yep. Yeah, we are heading to the game 3. It is tied, so it is the last match.
We're gonna get on to game 3 to see which side will take the win here, because just those singles really didn't indicate who was the stronger team just by the performance of those two summoners getting the loss. So whether it was just a class that led to the loss or whether it was the skill sets of the players, we're not quite sure. Yeah, we're gonna have to find out once we get on to game 3 to see how those three players interact, and whether even Yoon Jae-jung, is he gonna go with the Warlock or is just gonna stay on the summoner. Game 3 will be still a question we're gonna find an answer to very shortly.
Yeah, and you know, it just, as a summoner, it would be great if you could somehow train your cat to do certain things more and do some things less, and you can choose like a defensive stance or like an offensive stance. But you know, it's just my opinion. It'll be more fun for the summoners, for the summoner players too. But you know,
it's a request over to NC Soft right there.
Yeah.
You can make that request, or even NC West here. We have some representations
not gonna happen
from here, and I mean, wow, you can always make the request. I mean, so many users and community-based players are really making requests every day for the beneficial change of blade&soul. Make yours as well, but regardless of those changes, Yoon Jae-jung is not going to request any of his changes for the summon. He's going to go back to his more comfortable Warlock of recent times to see whether his team, with the help of that Warlock now instead of the summon coming from Yoon Jae-jung, will pick out a win for GC Busan Blue. You see Maxim Ivanov on your screen. He did pretty well to beat out his opponent's summoner in game 1. He's going to be looking for, with his teammates, to get a win of their own to beat out GC Busan Blue in this series.
Yeah, and like you said, Yoon Jae-jung will be going back to the Warlock. Let's see if that will actually help out his team rather than getting his team a loss. We are going to go into our third set. Let's get it on.
This will be the last match between RMB Gaming and GC Busan Blue. The match that will decide it all with these 2 points. Crucially, enough points for either side to pick out a win in this series. It's going to be, let's say, Golkovenko, the Warlock versus Daeun Choi.
And he forced out Daeun Choi's both escapes, forced Yoon Jae-jung to come in for the interfere to just give him the time distortion.
So already an interfere being used. Side of GC Busan Blue, but a lot of damage going towards.
Taking a lot of damage.
Yoon Tae-son on the Destroyer, kind of copying the page of a book from the World Destroyer. We saw that play earlier. We saw their sister team, GC Busan Red, use that to kill off Jung Yoon. Trying to use that a little bit himself, but Yoon Tae-son very good interfere offensively. Get that damage onto Golkovenko.
Once again, Daeun Choi out of all escapes. This time around, Yoon Jae-jung is not going to come in for that time distortion.
Yeah, Maxim Ivanov comes in for that defensive interfere, really not allowing Daeun Choi to go for anything there.
Oh, he's stunned in the air!
So much damage going towards Daeun Choi now.
But Yoon Tae-son comes in for that iron plating.
That's already 2 interfere points being used. That's out of Yoon Tae-son.
Yep.
Not much left available if he is needed in future occasions.
They are both staying out there. 25 seconds left until the force tag for both of them, but Alexi tags out!
Golkovenko tags out for immediate chase. Going forward, Daeun Choi doesn't allow tab escape, but it does force another interfere coming from Maxim Ivanov. Second one, only one remaining here until that 3-minute mark comes through.
Yep, Daeun Choi, 2 seconds. I guess he's just gonna let that force tag happen. There we go.
Yoon Tae-son pretty solid on those interferes, but does make his first official appearance. Day 4 of World Stun 17.
Defensive interfere coming in. A lot of sunflowers being thrown at Yoon Tae-son.
This is against the Destroyer, so we're just gonna get onto his face.
Alright, Typhoon.
Ogosov is gonna have a fun time throwing those projectiles against him, but now he's taking the damage on the other end. Doesn't use his escape quite yet, so it's gonna fight fire with fire there. Yunjajong is gonna come in for the interfere with the time distortion. All those cooldowns back to him. It's gonna be a backstab even up coming in for that tag, but chased right away. Gonna retreat out of there, but still takes a significant amount of damage from Yuntaeson.
Yeah, Yunjajong and Daeyoung Choi going back-to-back interferes right now. They didn't, do as much as they probably would have liked to, but on the side of RMB Gaming, it's looking pretty good right now.
Even off, that Blade Master has done good enough to get his win.
Oh, offensive interfere!
Might be a reaction 2v2 now. Nothing significant coming through other than Gust being used by Yuntaeson. So without that tab escape, he's gonna tag out towards Yunjajong here.
Alright, Yunjajong coming in. This is a Warlock mirror match. A lot of Quell is gonna be going on. Not too much damage being taken.
It depends on how these two players face it off. We've seen very aggressive Warlock mirror matches in the past in this World 2017 based on players' individual characteristics, but Yunjajong's gonna take the first initial damage off of that from Gorkabenko.
Time distortion being used. Yunjajong trying to make his
Oh,
move, but in the air once again!
Second aerial. Will this be enough to finish him off? And that's gonna be the tag coming just in time to bring Daeyoung Choi and saving Yunjajong for that crucial save. For future reference, that is gonna be a huge one for GC Busan Blue to save.
Yeah, let's hope that Yunjajong could heal up a little bit in the benches. Take a little rest to help his teammates out later in the future. There's still 6 minutes left.
Gorkabenko tagging out in a very unsafe spot, but still, with that chase coming for Daeyoung Choi, does not force out a tab escape. Mogulsov here.
Yep, Daeyoung Choi is he is looking for an opening, but he's going very slow. Knockdown.
Hey, gets him out of the stealth there. Mogulsov.
Alright, the stealth lands. There we go. Close shave. Bombard. Defensive interfere, forcing him to use his stealth. Good defensive interfere on the RMB Gaming side.
Yeah, Gorkabenko does a very good job of not making anything count for Daeyoung Choi. Now he does go out. The Typhoon on the wall bang. He has to get out, but there's no way to get out of that one. And Daeyoung Choi, with the help of Yuntaeson actually on the Destroyer with so much damage from the Typhoon on the wall, it's going to knock off Artem Ogosov. Now they're one man down. Gorkabenko is back out onto the field. Saw a reaction in 2v2 there. Nothing significant though coming through.
Yeah, but if you look at GC Busan Blue's health bar, the two players on bench are pretty low. So just as long as they take care of Yuntaeson somehow, they have a chance.
Still, Daeyoung Choi is not really an option to come in for the tag. He has so little health, and he doesn't want to risk that. Yuntaeson's going to stay strong for his team, but still poking out damage. Yeah, Alexei Gorkabenko doing so much damage off from distance.
Tags out, Yunjajong comes in.
Yunjajong is still pretty low on HP, so unless he can get a very good trade towards the side, he'll be in a dangerous situation. He does use the second wind right away as soon as he comes in.
Alexei has this in the bag if he, creates that opportunity with that stun.
Okay, there we go, into the shackles now, but he's in that sanctum. He will be fine for now, but
Daeyoung
Choi is coming out. It's a dangerous tag. He's gonna heal back with that fog, but
yeah, still 1 minute left for that interfere point to get back for the 5 players that are alive.
Now Daeyoung Choi does have one more tag point. If he sees too much danger, he's gonna tag out, but trying to put as much damage as he can before he does go out. Uses the decoy. Gorkabenko now has to somehow poke him out, but gets close shave.
4 seconds until that force
Another
tag
series
happens
of bombard. Daeyoung Choi now taking the damage from Gorkabenko. Gonna get the free tag in, even off. Pretty low on HP as well. He needs to survive. Now they're completely even on the HP towards both sides. We thought Daeyoung Choi was on very little health, but does heal back. It's gonna force out a defensive interfere from Gorkabenko. Now 0 available now. It's gonna be a one-on-one situation. The 3-minute mark comes through after 20 seconds.
Ooh, the back roll chase does not land, and Maxim is very comfortable because he's the only player right now that has a tag point right now.
He does, and he can tag out anytime when he's in danger. It should be now. He does use a second wind to get out of there. There you go, the tag, a very smart one right there. Gorkabenko coming in, using the familiar to get out. Iron plating is up for Yuntaesan.
Yep, right after it ends, the back roll.
That's not quite
Leads
predictable
into
for
the
here.
air.
When he can get so much damage done, Dae Choi tries to go for the counter damage off the interfere, but
Oh, the familiar is dead.
the familiar is dead. Yuntaesan is going to knock him out, making the Warlock significantly weaker without his companion.
He's getting close. 3-minute mark has passed 30 seconds ago, but GC Busan Blue has already used 2 of the interferes that they got.
They did, and Yuntaesan already used his portion of his teammate helping out. Maxim Ivanov comes in. Nothing coming through though. Probably wanted a lot more than that. It does put a little bit of damage with that Dragon Tongue in the last split second.
Alexi still has his escape.
Ooh, that was actually very
the back roll
close.
chase.
Second win does come through.
Alright.
Gokumenko's safe for now, but he doesn't have that time escape. Yuntaesan can go in a little bit aggressively with the escapes he does have available. And poke him down though.
He may get poked down. 20 seconds left onto that force attack for Yuntaesan.
Hey,
but will he be able to endure this 20 seconds?
Does get him up in the air, gonna knock him down. Let's see how he's gonna
Back roll
continue on
chase.
with this.
This
Get the
chase.
wedge on. Doesn't do too much damage
Body
unless we can get
swap.
something else done, but a body swap is wonderfully procced for Gokumenko. Now it is not as predictable as he once used to be.
Alright, the force tag happens. Now Dae Choi got 1 minute and 40 seconds, basically until the end of the match for him to stay out.
Definitely for RMB Gaming, you need to go for KO. TKO will not get you the victory here with 3 men in favor of the 2 men that RMB have been stuck with for a very long time. It's going to be a damage shot towards their way, but Ivanov goes up and into the air. This looks very bad. Onto the webbing now. Landmine is planted into the ground. Dae Choi is going to pop that after the poison breath.
Yep, there we go with the chase, with the landmine.
But still, Ivanov has all those escapes available. He's going to get Alexei Gokumenko back on 1 more interfere point right after this now. The 1 minute mark hitting.
Yep.
A chance for them to make something happen. Like I said, TKO will not bring a victory over to RMB Gaming. Based on what we've been seeing.
Reaction rate 2v2 coming on.
All
Both
day-
time distortion are procced.
All day. Have escapes have been used, but Time Distortion gets it back. Now Maxim Ivanov, more importantly, has to put the damage in. Hopefully kill off more players, but...
Oh, the
like-
knockdown! Oh, this is crucial right now, but the defensive interference by Yuntaesan!
It's an offensive interfere. Good enough to finish him off, and Maxim Ivanov is down and looks very hopeless now for Gokumenko and his high side of RMB Gaming.
Wow, that was back to back to back right there. But Alexei alone, 10 seconds left. He has to try to put as much damage as he can. There we go with the leech.
It just
Oh,
seems
he's
like
doing some damage right now. 3 seconds, 2 seconds left. But the bombard.
not enough time to finish him off, but
Yep.
definitely a win towards GC Busan Blue is inevitable with how much long they had with the 3-man compared to 2-man, so there's no way that RMB Gaming will pick out the win here. So it's a huge 60,000,
Yeah.
pretty good enough damage difference to get the win here in this best of 4. And now GC Busan Blue will be on to the winners match.
Yeah.
For Group B, they're going to be awaiting these next 2 teams coming up to see who their next opponents will be. On the other hand, it's going to be RMB Gaming from Russia. Could not get it done. It seemed like after game 1, they could have had a very decent chance of beating out GC Busan Blue, but after Dae Choi picking out the win in game 2 and game 3 really controlled for GC Busan Blue, it seemed like the Korean dominance happened once again on the favor of their team. Now we're going to see RMB Gaming on the 3rd game of this part 1 of our broadcast to see whether we're going to see those 2 teams duke it out for the next match.
Yeah, but I want to applaud RMB Gaming for, giving GC Busan Blue such a hard time, going all the way down to the TKO. They show that they were pretty ready and they are strong for such a new team participating in the Worlds. Same goes, Russia it's their first year participating in Worlds, so playing up to this caliber for the first time, it's amazing.
So those is a little bit unfortunate that they have to be in this losers bracket. I think they still will have a lot of confidence that whoever will be their opponents in the 3rd match to come, they're still going to have confidence that they can win out and stay in this tournament. That's what they're hoping for here.
Yep, and they're gonna either be going up against Sky, China's #1 seed, or Guardian from NA. So let's let them rest up a little bit, brush up on their mistakes, and prepare for the next matchup. And yeah, we just swoop through the replays.
We did, and all in all, GC Busan Blue gets that win, gets into the winner's bracket of the next round. We're gonna see Sky versus Guardian after we do have our short break. Be right back to see who's gonna be the next opponent for RMB Gaming in the losers match. That will happen right after match 2. So we're gonna get on to a short break, come back for match 2 in a little bit. Stay tuned.